they've done to us. If we wake up as a collective, they may not exist if we go into just anger. That's what they don't want. If we go into just anger, which is our right to do that, you do not hold in love from your body. You do not hold in hate. And how you do it. And, this is not this material. This is a teacher material that I was with. It's another scenario. You do not hold in love nor hate. And you can go into just anger. And the regressives do not want us to go there whatsoever.
But on August 12th next year, that's going to be taken care of, right?
August 12th of next year. That's in the book there somewhere. What's supposed to happen? What's happening on August 12th?
Download.
Oh, the download. Well, see, that's one of the scenarios.
Everything's leaving.
See, yeah, and that is what he said was a possibility here. According to the Voyagers books, it's all in the air. Everything, they have no idea what's going to do, because one group is blackmailing the other group. They did say that if a frequency fence is put in place, we will have a flyover by the regressives. So if we see a flyover between now and 2003 of spacecraft, we're in deep doo-doo. But things are in place now, and they haven't. There has not been a flyover. They're still just seeing sporadic spacecraft and whatnot. They also said that it's just a parking lot out there, and so does a lot of people. There's one. They're just one frequency or one tone or something away from us seeing them, and they can show up anytime. They can allow us to see them anytime. So there's a lot of scenarios. There's a lot of things going on here. Another thing that and this is really interesting, they're going to split the frequency of Earth, and they got permission to do it. They're going to go with a 22.5 degree shift instead of a 45. A 45 puts us from third dimension we live in right now, and we can merge right to Tara. Okay? That's going from a frequency 3 to 4th chakra. And Earth has got to go from 3 to 4th chakra at the same time. So what they and 4th chakra is under regressive control, black t-shirts. So what they have done and got permission to do is shift 22.5. And what does that do? It goes 3.5. And then that shifts all the energy to another time frame. The regressives can't get to it, and we're home free. And there's this 10-year window of this merging of Argartha. Argartha is vibrating and in a frequency of 3.5. So that's going to be the first thing we see. But it will save our butts. So they're doing that. And there's some blocks on that. I don't know. The books are so interesting. I could just sell these things from day one. I've been into a lot of material. And I've been with a teacher here in Denver for 10, 15 years. I don't know how long I've been there. I've been taught the highest mysteries of our universe. Never written. It's all sitting right here. I read both these books. I'm not completely through this one, by the way. I'll be honest here. But I've only got about maybe 100 pages left. When I read it, everything kind of meshed. Everything meshed. It all clicked in. And I've shown it to Alex, and he says, he opens it up, he says, I've never said this to anybody. It says, right here. And he was a little bit impressed with the book, right? I assume?
I have not read them.
No, he has not read them, but he's looked through it, and he says, my Lord. So I definitely recommend people in the audience out there, Voyagers 1 and 2, that's the number right there. I've never seen so much. Oh, and why am I so excited about the thing? The author has been abducted since she's been 3 years old. Ashiana Dean, D-E-A-N-E, has been abducted since she's been 3 years old, and she's been taught the Callaghan codes. And the white T-shirts use a language, and she's been taught this language. And she wrote the first book through these codes. And she's getting the information from the Hall of Records. And the Hall of Records, and I'll be right with you, okay? The Hall of Records is either in the Halls of Amenti or part of it. And it is shaped like an ankh. I told you from this, when the ankh, here, let me write that down here. The ankh is shaped like this. Oh, I get it. And there's an eyelet here, like that, okay? Yeah, and then this is solid. That's close enough. Okay. When the Egyptians who were doing ascensions out of Egypt, because the halls of Amenti were there, and the Ark of the Covenant, Ark, it's a portal system. And this was this tunnel system that he was maybe talking about. I have no idea. But they said that they can get spacecraft here just like that. It's in less than a second. You just go in and you're there. And that's what the halls of Amenti do and the Ark of the Covenant together. And evidently the halls of Amenti is the blueprint of our DNA for our 15 dimensions. And the regressives want it. That's why they wouldn't give up chakra number 2. They've been after the control of the Ark of the Covenant and the halls of Amenti since day one. And it's always been protected, by the way, because it's us. If they get our hands on it, they can just control, and I think it'll just create negativity everywhere. So they can't let it get loose. They can't do it. And when Atlantis happened, and it fell, Earth could not hold the Ark of the Covenant and the halls of Amenti. They had to get it out of here, or Earth would have just exploded, because the chakra system of the physical body on Earth, we just fell and fell and fell and fell. And we fell into 2 and 3. 1 is tribal. 2 is your sexual identity and communication. 3 is your soul, your essence. And I shared with you, you have 9 different essences. We can choose to become in male or female or whatever. I've been told that somebody can get somebody in a chair and grab their star tetrahedron, this energy around your body, and just move it. And if it's a female, it'll be a complete male voice in a whole different lifespan, whole different consciousness, same soul. How about that one? That's not in here. That's other information that I have. And once you tie all this stuff together, it's just a phenomenal thing. And that's what these books have done. They've just tied everything in. Do you had a question? I hope I didn't.
I'd just like to explore the use of your language. You mentioned that she has been abducted since age 3 and taught something that sounds valuable. The 2 terms don't go together to me. If she was abducted, why isn't this something of choice? It was a choice under contractual agreement with her at the time that she did not know. She found out later that it was under her contract to do that because she was a keeper of a blue flame society or group or culture. There's something about a blue flame that has to be here also, and it's in the book. So she was under contractual agreement to come in as an entity, be abducted, and she was abducted by both positive and negative. The negative messed her up, the positive fixed her. So the book is a compilation of the 2
yes.
different sources?
Yes. No. It's out of, this book is information, as far as I can tell, out of the halls of Amenti, which is our entire history. And she said that, let me explain something. And it's in the book. 9/11 happened. She was just ready to produce this book, which is volume 2, and it was only going to be that thick. 9/11 happened. And what happened is they came and got her and said this had never happened to her ever, she said. And they split her consciousness, made an essence of her with her consciousness in the essence. They took her to the halls of Amenti and into a room, a blue room. And she was downloaded with blue light. And all of a sudden she fainted, she said. She went home and she found herself awake in her house.
And she had all this information on 9/11.